Hunts Phasmophobia can be super scary at first, but they are really an important part of the game. So how can you go from being frozen in fear and letting the ghost kill you during a hunt to looping it and laughing at it at the same time? No, what you gonna try to throw a fork? No, not throwing fork. No, what you doing there? Oh, nice little shapeshifter. Nice shapeshifter. Well, baby steps, of course. So let's go over some tips to how to make hunts a little bit less scary and make you an expert ghost hunter. One of my most frequently asked questions is, what can I do to better survive hunts? And there are a few things with this. One, know where your hiding spot is before you get hunted. That's going to be one of the biggest things. You have this peace of mind of knowing, all right, if the ghost hunts, I know I'm going to run to my hiding spot. The next is know the signs of a hunt starting, which is going to be the front door locking, electronic equipment malfunctioning, and you're going to hear a ghost noise. Sometimes this can be confused for an event, but it's always good to be safe than sorry. So especially if you hear the front door locking, run to your hiding spot and be safe. That's how you survive. Make sure you also turn off your electronic equipment prior to getting into your hiding spot because the ghost can detect it. Now, just doing that alone will not stop hunts from being less scary, but now comes the part where I want you to start thinking about hunts as fact-finding sessions and looking at them analytically, because there are a lot of ghosts that, based on what they do during the hunt, can help pinpoint the exact ghost type. First thing we're going to focus on is footstep speed. Now, I'll link a video here at the top that's going to go over the exact sound for each of the different footstep speeds for the ghost, but the only one I'm going to show here is what normal speed sounds like, because I want you to get that in your head first. So this is what it sounds like. Now, I'm just going to describe the ones again that are going to be faster than slower than normal, because that's what I want you to do during the hunt at first. When you get into your hiding spot, listen to the footsteps and decide, are they going to be faster or slower? So let's start with faster. We're going to look at ghosts that doesn't have line of sight of you, like the Revenant. That'll be super faster in line of sight, just from when you're in your hiding spot and listening, what you can be listening out for. So Moroi, when you are like less than about 30% sanity, is going to be faster. These that are very young, haven't been aged, they're going to be very fast. Raijus around electronic equipments will be fast. Hontus and colder temps, so either like the ghost room that it is when it gets colder, or the whole house with the breaker off, or if you're outside and it's snowing, hopefully you don't get a Hontu. Diogens, while they're running to you, will be very fast, and then the faster twin will be just slightly faster than usual. And now here are ghosts that are slower than normal. It's going to be the slow twin, slightly slower. Thays that have been aged and are older. Hontus in warm temperatures, so breaker on in the house. Diogens, when they get closer to you, they get slower and slower. Morois, when you have more than 35% sanity, are going to be slightly slower. And of course, everyone's favorite, the Revenant, is going to have super slow footstep speeds, and it's one of the ones that I focused on when I first started to listen to footstep speeds, because it was so obvious when it was a Revenant, because it was so long between footsteps. So let's put it all together and show you how to start listening for footsteps during hunts. All right, so here's the first thing that I want you to do, and that is just go into your hiding spot when you're low on sanity and you know that the ghost is going to hunt. Just go ahead, go to your hiding spot, because if you know your hiding spot is away from the ghost room, you're going to be fine. You can also take a crucifix just in case it's a ghost like that, but then just listen. Listen to the footsteps. We know based on this that the ghost is going to be normal speed. And you don't even have to see the ghost. Look, we're in a hiding spot, so we're safe. But just listen. Stay in your hiding spot. Wait for the hunt. Listen. Now, if a ghost event's on you, you want to leave, but get a crucifix for that. So if the ghost does hunt right on top of you, you're fine. So we know just based on that we can eliminate a lot of ghosts. Like a Moroi, Raiju if it came near electronics, but we're not sure. Thay, Dio. Thay, depending on how much you aged it, but if it was early, which this is early, so we eliminate Thay, Hontu, Revenant, and the twins, just based on the footstep speed. And I was gonna leave, but it's hunting again. Now here's the next thing that you can do. The ghost is like over here, so start to improve at looking at the ghost during a hunt. And this, you just want to sort of stay away and then let the ghost come to you, and there's like 4 different things that you want to try to look for. Obake, shapeshift, which is going to be kind of hard to see. Oni, if it's more visible during the hunt. Phantom, if it's more invisible, like we don't see the ghost model that much versus any other ghost. And then a Jinn, it'll speed up to you and slow down as it comes close. So just bring it over. And then we just use the smudge, and we can start a smudge timer as it wants to roam into our hiding spot. This is a good hiding spot, by the way. But get a smudge timer going too, and that way you can test for a spirit and you can test for other things, but we're looking at it and we're observing it. So based on looking at it, we can rule out a Jinn, an Oni, and a Phantom. It stepped in salt, so it's a Wraith. It came near the motion sensor, which is an electronic, so we can rule out a Raiju. And we can't really rule out an Obake, but again, this is like with no evidence, essentially. But you're just looking, and just like that, from just listening to the footsteps and observing the ghost, we've ruled out like 3, 6, 9, 11, almost half the ghosts. You know, we set up the salt, we did that, and that's just from listening and looking. And we didn't even have to like worry about getting near the ghost room. We just sort of stayed away. So another tip, if you want to get better at observing the ghost without it possibly seeing you, is right here, this door in Willow is a great way to observe the ghost because it cannot see you through the door. So even though you can see the ghost, it cannot see you. And so if you're worried about the ghost like coming towards you, you can do that. We also have a hiding spot right there. So see, like this is going to be a phantom. That's going to be a phantom. If you saw how invisible it was, like see how it stays like invisible for a while? We can't see the ghost at all. It's a phantom. And that's why just looking at the ghost, we didn't even need our smudge stick. We didn't need anything. But the ghost never saw us. We didn't even use our smudge stick. Use that door in Willow Street. Look at it. Use it to observe the ghost. It's a nice baby step because again, that's what we're focused on is baby steps. See, that ghost is fast. We're at 0 sanity. That's going to be a Moroi. That's another example of just listening to the footstep speed. We didn't see it at first, but that one's scary. We wanted to sort of back away from the door. So hopefully you listen to those footsteps, and it's a great way. Observe the ghost, listen to the ghost, and once again, we're able to determine what the ghost type is just based on one hunt, just based on listening to it. It was a Moroi, and again, that all comes down to footstep speed. I linked to it earlier, but to make it easy for you, click or tap the screen now. Listen, learn the footstep speeds. It's one of the most important things you can do. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Special thanks to all the channel members. Thank you for the extra support. Happy hunting, everybody. Now let's go listen to some footstep speeds.